Hello everyone. Yeah, I'm live. Starting with Dow again. This time, like since it's Sunday, so just like last week, I'll be sharing weekly time frame setups, which like they're not exactly BTST. I'm just hoping for a slightly larger SL with a slightly larger targets, right? Assuming that markets hold throughout the week. So last week had some of the counters which worked very well, like Gujarat Alkali gave a very good move. AMRUTANJAN to give a good move. Some of them were negative, about two stocks out of the like 8-9 picks for something. So one or two stocks went about 4% negative. Rest all were slightly in the green or about average. But two stocks outperformed completely. I've made sure to consider them for this week as well because the momentum looks too strong as such. We'll get to that. So first, Dow again. Now, I removed certain. We had this. I had drawn some lines over here, right, for the targets when during the fall. Now, since the the use of them is done, so I've just removed them, cleared my chart a bit, and now I'm not also not interested in this channel anymore because it does not make sense. It won't be acting any resist as a resistance or anything in the near future. So that is gone. Now, the understanding about Dow is it's a weekly time frame chart. The understanding is very clear right now. If I like the first signs of strength, I mean, what we did was like last week was to anticipate where the dip will end, right? To just put an anticipation of where the dip can take a pause, where it can stall, and we like day by day, the analysis went correct, right? But now it's in the middle. It's not exactly like towards the like high end. Like it's not going up. Clear indication of going up. Neither like not a clear indication of going down. So it's neither like strong bullish, strong bearish. It's in the middle. So from where can the indication change? So this is one level which I was tracking during last couple of months. It was facing a resistance here, which is 35,000 something round figure. So then finally it broke out, could not sustain and came down again, right? So this is very clear on chart. So the first indication for Dow to me, like for me, will be if it sustains this level again. See, had it taken a support at this level, broken out, took a support and then bounced back again, that would have been a good trend. But since it came down, it tells me that there's not enough buying momentum above this level, 35,000. So first thing I want from Dow, I expect from Dow is if it really is bullish, then I need a closing, next week's closing, next Friday's closing, above this level, above 35,000. That would be my primary indication that whatever was the news or whatever the impact was, it's not exactly a false indication, but that dip is done and the trend continues, right? Higher high, higher lows may continue. So above that, I'll look to increase my, even if we see that tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if like in the next week, if early in the next week, then I'll start to increase my quantity a little bit. Until then, I'll keep my positions a bit low because uh, unless I see a Friday closing here or at least some sustain, like some good news or some Dow sustaining above this blue line, it's risky to be long. I mean, it could just be just a rise and the dip can follow. Like so, it like I'm not certain about. Yeah, long term trend is still bullish. Short term, it's a bit confusing right now. Bank Nifty has broken out. 2 weeks continuously closing above. I mean, I'm certain those who are watching the lives day by day. So we're acquainted with these lines. So I got two closings. I wanted one. I got two closing above the red line. Okay. So this is a clear indication. Now, if it breaks, I mean, next week's close. Yeah, there's a target. The setup was shared on TradingView. Already posted. It's on. It was somewhere around here, 35,000 ish, somewhere around this level. And the target of that was about 38,250. So probably next week I'll get this target. But trend wise, if I see a closing, next week's closing above, or maybe even a breakout, even a volume breakout, any day above this level. So I'll look to add banks again, frontline banks again. IndusLight is a IndusInd, sorry, I pronounce it by mistake every time. IndusInd. IndusInd Bank is sort of a good daily time frame setup, so that could be a good long over here. Axis it was bit outperforming the banks but lagging to the index, so that there might be a cover up rally over there. So two banks in my list. HDFC is a good pattern, is a good chart, but then I mean usually we don't get large moves in a heavyweight. So um, unless there is news, IndusInd and Axis are the two which I'll be looking at the breakout of 38,000. Let's see if that happens. Nifty, clear cut bullish, no doubts there. Infi has again, like time and again I've been spotting this chart. It is again giving me a weekly time frame, weekly setup, a very good setup. um, I'm hoping for like I would have considered this in my weekly. This is actually exactly as my weekly picks. The way I choose weekly picks, this is almost that same similar pattern setup. But the problem is it is an FNO and it won't give much like large moves, right? 20% something. That expecting that is like it's not like I cannot anticipate that. So it could be bullish. I'll look to trade it as a BTST time and again, but weekly I'm opting out. Like I'm not choosing this one. Now to the towards the stocks. Yeah, so these are the ones chosen for this, like from this week. Zoom in a bit. CERA, Chambal, like CERA sanitary ware. Then two fertilizers, one auto ancillary, one chemical. Westlife, ESTER Industries, and these two are from the last week. So let's just scroll to the charts quick. There's a lot in this chart. I mean, it's sort of my favorite right now. Reason being, on a not on a weekly time frame, on a daily time frame, it's much clearer. So every time it reaches a level and it just takes support at the like the resistance. Basically, there's a term change of polarity. So every time it breaches a resistance, acts as a support. Once, twice, right? And now it's breaking out with like much greater volume in a shorter time frame. So this could be a good breach. This could be a very well breach right now. I don't hold any of CERA shares right now. I'll probably look to add. Like I don't think it is going to dip. My personal opinion is not going to dip. So I'm looking to add this maybe tomorrow and keep an SL of a closing basis SL of 4596. I mean, even if it closes below the resistance, it should not, because the way it has done so far is whenever it breaches, it respects the resistance as a support. So breaking out above this, it should not come back and close below this level, the resistance level. Such is the chart right now. And one could also treat this as a Davis box setup. So if you want to trade, if you're keep like aware of those setups, then you can trade it as a Davis box. So in that case, your stop loss will be somewhere around here, and then hopefully the trend should continue. Good chart, one of the best charts I've encountered so like in during the weekend. The second chart is two fertilizers, GNFC and CHAMBLFERT. Um, consistently it has outperformed the market. Consistently it has maintained its trend since couple of years, right? No range so far. It just dipped, took support, like breached this level, but I suspect some news is coming. I'm not sure. I suspect some news is coming because the entire fertilizer pack was up. So probably some news is coming. Good breakout. If there's a follow through, this could be somewhat like Surya Roshni trade that we took a couple of days ago. So if I see a follow through momentum, this could be worth it. If I see a dip, then I'm definitely interested in this one. Similar with GNFC. Now I'm more confident about GNFC. This I had shared a couple of weeks ago, couple of days ago, around 20th for 22nd, 21st September. Reason for that was GNFC saw a delivery volume, and there was a spike in that. So the delivery volume on 20th was greater than what it saw during the entire last year, even from the fall, like a couple of like probably around 10 months. I don't remember exactly now, about 10 months or so. So the highest delivery it saw on this day. Someone knew about it. I'm not sure. There's no news right now, but someone definitely knew something about it. Or there's some news coming maybe from government or some other entities. So there's a breakout here, fresh breakout. Now the chart is such placed that it could actually breach these levels soon. Right? So if there is a follow through, like the candle is too strong, so if there's even a dip or even a follow through, I will look to trade this. I mean, not maybe not immediately, but I want to hold it somewhere around this level. So in between here, it should be in the PF with a small SL. If I get a dip, then whatever the dip was below that will be the SL, and hoping for a target about this level. Right? Beyond this is, I mean, I'm not anticipating anything, but overall this is the outlook on both. Like Chambal, there are like it's at all-time high, so expecting targets would be difficult. But GNFC, yeah, it is tradable right now. The fourth one is JBM Auto and Auto Ancillary. So again, similar, just like GNFC, it's a similar setup. A dip came, breached the level, but somehow got support, and there's fresh volume. Same, hoping for a breakout. If I see a breakout here, follow through trade basically. SL would be 1% or maybe a little bit if it's an intraday trade. For weekly time frame, I would prefer keeping an SL about 436. It's a little like about 14-15%, but in case we see a dip, then the SL will be, if there's a small dip, then the SL will be below the low of that week, right? Of about the next week, and hoping for a breakout, again targets of this range. Right? Good risk to reward provided there's a dip. If there's not a dip, then like taking a trade and putting SL will be a little bit difficult. Let's see how that happens. DCW, now GUJALKALI and DCW are sort of in the similar sector. GUJALKALI already a rally, right? But it was as like chart wise it was lagging behind. DCW as a chart it outperformed GUJALKALI, but it is about to give a fresh breakout. So again, similar kind of a trade. If I see a follow through, breakout, and there's a bit volume, then probably an SL of, now here the point wise SL is small, but the percentage wise SL will be quite big. So somewhere around here, and hoping for a target of swing high, primary target of, this is almost a 1:1 trade. ESTER and WESTLIFE are like, they are not close to the breakout level. They are a little bit further. So preempting a breakout here. Consolidation is already like almost done. Momentum is well, like these are momentum picks basically on weekly time frame, but momentum picks. So hoping for a closing of next Wednesday, next Friday above 157. I'll look to trade it before Friday. If at all I'm trading this, I'll look to trade it before Friday, and let's just like AMRUTANJAN, I'll make sure that I carry it like tracking quantity first, and if it closes, I'll add more. So that way, this trade is supposed to be taken. Westlife, now a lot of hotel, restaurant and hotel stocks are going up, but it won't be like just because the like, unlock and all of it is happening, but Indian hotels, or let's say the other hotels, Oberoi hotels, or they won't be easy to trade unless there is solid momentum. Last week they saw good momentum, so expecting similar kind of move again will be little difficult. Instead of that, what will be easy to trade is counters like Westlife or even PVR. It's not in the list, the momentum is not optimum, but next week if I get a closing above this pink line, then it will be included in the next, like I'll probably, if it breaks before, then I'll probably take it along, I'll hold it in the PF. Otherwise it will be included in the next weekend's weekly pick. So Inox, PVR and Westlife. So these will be relatively easier to trade compared to hotel stocks right now. There are good hotel stocks. So this is one of the good stocks. Then even Kamath hotels gave a breakout. So there are good charts, but they won't be easy to trade as such. Because there's already like these hotel stocks were never multi-bagger stocks. They never made that kind of wealth for people. So I'm not sure how much of this move is sustainable. Maybe there will be dip and then a breakout. That will be doable. I'll probably look at it, but hoping for a continuous move from here is not something I'm looking for. Gujarat Alkali, I still think that the momentum can continue. SL is obviously, since I was able to pick it here, I was able to spot it here. Now the risk to reward is beyond fresh, like beyond the levels where any fresh entry would be comfortable, any fresh investor will be comfortable. But if someone is good at price action, go on to a smaller time frame, maybe daily, and then look for a setup. High chances this will get a closing above 652, a very high chances, because there's a strong fundamental reason the rates of caustic soda have spiked in last 1 month, almost more than doubled. So that will reflect here. The stock has not rallied so much, but there could be continuation momentum. Amrutanjan, similar chart. I don't have a fundamental reason for this spike, but the volume suggests and there's a delivery, so there could be a follow through. If there's a dip, better, or else we'll look to like for a continued momentum above this level. That's all for the weekly. I've kept this in the description as well, so in case anyone wants to take a look at this list, well, you can just check out the description. And live, in case I mean taking all of them is impossible. I keep spotting them week after week, so I'm holding some from last week itself, and some like even BTSTs, if they work out, trend worked out well, so I'm still holding that, so I cannot just keep on buying everything. But if there's a good trade, if there's an ROI, then I at least make sure I keep tracking quantity so that return has been made. For those, you'll have to join the Telegram channel, because I cannot keep updating here. That's it for today. And I'll come online tomorrow for the BTST, and like every single day. And next week will be again the next week's weekly picks. Thank you.